Well, another car here in the Peter James Pride of Ownership category is this wonderful F2 Magna from 1932, one of the pre-war MGs that have been entered, and I'm here with the owner, Ronnie Henderson.
Hello.
Ronnie,
yes.
What a beauty she is.
Thank you very much.
How long has it been in the family?
It's been in the family for about 5 years. Yes.
So you're just about getting to know her then?
Certainly getting to know it because it's got a few foibles with it, particularly the reverse gate gearbox.
Yeah, you were just explaining this to me when I came over to see the car for the first time, and it did sound confusing. So this is where all the gears are basically upside down from where you'd normally expect them to be.
Exactly. So where first gear is where you would normally expect second, where first gear is second gear is where you normally expect first, and the same with third and fourth. Again, reverse around the other way, but it's something that takes a bit of getting used to, especially when you're going up and down the box.
Yeah,
but it's a strong gearbox. It's an ENV gearbox, which is really strong, performance gearbox, and it's got a gated gearbox as well, which is really nice, and that does help.
What I love about the F2 Magna is it's a little car, isn't it? I mean,
yes, it
essentially
is.
From the bulkhead back, it's like the J2 that followed.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
It's a 6-cylinder engine up front.
6-cylinder engine, yes. Quite a small engine though, 1271cc, but it's been extremely reliable, and it's got a lovely tone to it as well when it runs. Yes.
This was an amazing era for MG, wasn't it? Because you can see their design characteristics starting to be formed. And
yes.
By the time they get to the J2 that followed this, you're starting to see the sort of styling that followed right the way into the T-types that came much later. But it all began with this era, didn't it?
Yes, it certainly did. And you know, this was one of the first MG cars with a small car with a 6-cylinder in it, which was quite unusual at the time. But it was one of the first cars to be sold with cycle wings as well. But it's a pleasure to drive, and not to take it away from the J2, we'll probably keep up with this as well.
Yeah.
But you know, they're performance little cars, and they love to rev.
What do you know of its life in the 30s when it was new?
Well, it actually started life as a coupe, actually.
Right.
But sadly, in its life, the body rotted and it fell into disrepair in pieces, and it was rebuilt as a F2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's remarkable, isn't it, that any of these cars survive, because of course 7 years after it was new,
that's right,
Second World War started, and any old-looking car would have been put into the war effort and the metal used. So
well, yes.
Is it hidden away somewhere?
Well, that I do not know, actually. I'd love to know its full history, but I'm afraid I don't. But it certainly does have a history. It's 91 years old, so I bet it's got a lot of stories to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you never know. There might be a trophy for it this weekend.
What
preparation have you done? Has been a lot of polishing going on?
Yes, we've cleaned the car. We had to clean it because we did a 200-mile run in it last week.
Oh, great.
And we went through fords and water splashes and all sorts of things. So the car did get quite dirty, but you know, the car is here to be used, and that's what we use it. We trailered it up to here from Cornwall to our accommodation, which is about 20 miles away. So we drove here this morning. From Cornwall to here is a bit too far away to drive it. But you know, she does get used a lot.
That's great. And that's the difference between concours and pride of ownership.
Yes.
It's all about the use and love.
It's not a concours car, and I don't profess it to be. It's a car that is used, and I love to use it.
Well, hopefully the Peter James Insurance judging team, the people here at the show, who are picking up leaflets and voting for it. So, I think you'll get good votes today.
Thank you very much indeed.
All the best of luck, Ronnie.
Lovely. Thank you.